Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the body of my work and I really want to talk to you guys about how important your identity is. It really is the basis of everything, and I really wish that a lot of people knew this and how they can actually work on it to change their entire reality. Because there's only one thing that is creating all the results that you're seeing in your life right now, and it's not your mindset, it's not your habits, it's not your healing work. It's not even your goals. It is what I just said. It is your identity. Now, I really want to dive into how much this actually just changes your entire life. Because everything that you are experiencing right now, so your relationships, your confidence, your money, your financial abundance, your level of visibility around you, the size of your life, what you're doing with your life, what you feel like you're worthy of getting in your life, is all responding to that one internal instruction, which is your identity and who you believe that you are. And this video I'm not making to motivate you into moving. I want to explain something that most people are never even going to understand or get told. And once you see and understand it, you are not going to unsee and not understand it again. This is going to catapult your life, and this is the key to transformation. Because identity is not just a personality trait, it's not just your vibe, it's not just your self-esteem, but it's actually the code between your brain and your nervous system, and that's what they're running on. And your life is just going to fill that out and obey that instruction for you perfectly. So let's dive in even further. So most people spend their entire lives trying to change outcomes through their habits. They try and think differently, they try and act differently, they try and do more healing, they push even harder, they manifest 369 method, blah blah blah. And yeah, maybe things do shift for a minute, but then everything just snaps back to normal and you're not getting the things that you used to get. You're not seeing the opportunities that you were seeing. You're getting the same level of relationships stuck in the same patterns that you were getting before. You're getting the same income ceiling. You're having the same self-doubt pop up time and time again. And like I said, you're stuck in the same patterns and loops that are keeping you where you are in your life. And those people assume that they are the problem, but the issue here really isn't your effort. The real issue is that you cannot permanently create a reality that contradicts your identity. Your brain just simply will not allow it. And not because you're broken, not because you're not good enough, it's because your brain is actually doing its job. And I want to ground this all in neuroscience for a second, because you know that I love me some of that. Your brain is actually designed to maintain self-consistency and keep you in the familiar, safe zone. And it's not going to prioritize your happiness. It's not going to prioritize your success. It's prioritizing that comfort zone where you've always sat. Your subconscious mind, like we love to say on this channel, it works like a servo mechanism. It's constantly scanning your reality and adjusting your behavior and your habits to stay aligned with who it is that you believe that you are. Simple as that. So if your identity is saying, I'm the one who struggles in life, I'm the one who doesn't really speak up, I'm a little bit shy, I'm just the responsible, smart one, I'm not the one that stands up in front of everybody and is bold, I'm not the kind of person that has those things that other women do, your brain is going to efficiently and relentlessly bring you back to the baseline of that familiar zone and whatever it is or whoever it is that you believe yourself to be. And you're not even going to notice this happening. You're just going to feel unmotivated, distracted, tired, anxious, unsure. My favorite one is procrastination, unable to move forward, or like you're feeling stuck. And I want you to know that that is not you failing. This is just your identity coming in to play. So let's change that for you. And I want to first go through why healing your mindset, these things don't stick, because this is where a lot of people, particularly women, get really confused. They do all the mindset work, they heal the trauma, they learn all the strategies, and they wonder why none of this lasts. And I want to share why, because those tools work at a behavioral and an emotional level, but your identity operates at an instructional level. You can heal your fear, but if your identity is still saying you're the one who stays small and doesn't speak up, is not the bold one, your system will simply find a new reason not to expand you. Not to expand you because it's unsafe to do so. You can learn all the confidence that you want, but if your identity still says you're the one who stays in the shadows, you are not heard by anyone, your nervous system is going to shut you down the moment that your visibility increases. Perhaps you're trying to put out content online. That is going to be scary to your system, because your identity is the one who doesn't do that, who stays behind the scenes, doesn't speak up, doesn't share. And it isn't self-sabotage. Kind of is, but it's not really self-sabotage. It's actually self-protection of your old identity. So your brain is simply trying to protect your old identity. And this is absolutely key. And this is why you need to build an entirely new one to change your reality. Now, let's talk about this from a spiritual perspective, because I don't want to just bypass reality. Spiritually, your identity is simply your frequency. Not what you think, not what you want, but what you are at your core. Your external world around you is not responding to what you want and your desires. It's responding to the signal that you are broadcasting all the time. And that signal is simply your identity. And they are so closely linked. They're basically the same thing. And this is why two people can use the same tools but get completely different results. The same affirmations, the same opportunities, the same shows. People have a different perspective, because you have a different identity, so you're going to get a different outcome. And I want you to know also that your life is not random. It's responsive and it's responding to you. Without going on a tangent around the victim mentality, you're not here to let life happen to you. You are here to let reality and life respond to how you are being. And I really want you to know that if you feel uncomfortable, if this is making you feel uncomfortable when you're watching this video, I want you to know that that is a good thing. It might not feel it, but it is a very good thing, because the discomfort that you're feeling isn't because something is wrong with you. It's because on some level you already know this is true deep down in your core. And if you really sit and think and get honest with yourself, you have felt this every time you said, I don't know why I keep ending up here in this pattern. I don't know why this feels so hard for me. I don't know why I can't seem to just break through to that next level. You're not blocked. You're simply loyal to your old identity that once kept you safe in the familiar zone, but it just simply no longer fits with who it is that you want to become. And seriously, the moment that you see that is going to be when the problem stops being personal to you and it simply becomes mechanical. And I honestly find this really empowering and powerful to know. And this has all changed my life, and I really want the same for you. So if this video landed for you and you felt something in your core, like in a knowing that this is the truth of reality and how you're supposed to be living your life, and you know that it's time to stop fixing the surface. This is why I go on about healing work, because I've been there. I got stuck in the healing trap. You think you have these traumas, You need to fix yourself. I need to do this, and then I can be this, and then you get stuck in that. And as we've just discussed, your brain is going to be finding things for you to heal because you're stuck in the healing trap. So it's finding things for you that you're emitting in your frequency out into the world, that you're in your healing phase, and it's going to keep showing you those things that you need to heal or that you think that you need to heal. So I want to scrap all of that, and I want you to come and join me in the self-elevation experience. This is where you are just going to elevate your identity to the very next level. You're going to learn how to see through the bullshit of the things, of the boxes that we think that we should be in, and just know that you can actually live from a different identity and be that woman that you want to be in 2026. This is your year, and I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And I want to just end by saying you need to stop letting your old identity decide what is possible for you. You need to create an entirely new one that's going to simply find for you the things that are so possible for you, my love. And I'll see you in the next video.